welcome to TWF. Well, hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Impact or Hit. I, Joey Styles, with Jonathan Coachman, with Aiden English, and today on Impact or Hit, we have a good show here today on Impact or Hit. Yesterday Roxanne Perez won the TWF Woman Heavyweight winnings on Dynamite or Might. But will she be putting it on Raw here today on Impact or Hit, Joey Styles says. Well, that's hard to say, Jonathan Coachman said, because we did see that happen, Joey. We did see Roxanne Perez beat Rhea Ripley for the TWF Woman Heavyweight winnings yesterday on Dynamite or Might. But I also know, I don't know if we'll see her here today or not. I could tell you one thing right now, Joey and Jonathan. The way things are going here in the Toy Wrestling Gathering, straps being won, straps being lost, baby Lears becoming heels, heels becoming baby Lears. All I know is that Roxanne Perez outsmarted Rhea Ripley. And that was good enough, Aiden English says. Well, I could see that. Shit. Oh, fuck. I can see that your. Yeah. I can see that you think what Roxanne Perez did yesterday on Dynamite or Might, was, whoa, fuck, was a good thing, Joey Styles says. But I'm here to tell you, it was not, a good thing, Joey Styles says. Not at all. Because Roxanne Perez cheated to win the TWF Woman Heavyweight winnings yesterday, Aiden English, so I think it was a bad thing right there. You got that right, Jonathan Coachman says. And now we got Leadman, James Kurt in the ring, the TWF Light Heavyweight fighter, which we haven't seen in some time, Jonathan Coachman says. Yeah, I wonder why we haven't seen him in some time, Aiden English says. You're all wondering why I have right here Leadman James Kirk from Star Trek, the TWF Light Heavyweight fighter. It is, as of today, the TWF Leadership Gathering made the call to have the TWF Light Heavyweight winnings withdrawn. They feel that they have too many straps, so a meeting between Forrest Setter and head leadership Wicker, Rick Rodchez, and I would guess the head works Wicker, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, as well as the overseer of leadership Astronomer. There was a meeting about that, and the TWF Light Heavyweight winnings has now been withdrawn. Way too many winnings going on. I mean, the World Heavyweight was withdrawn. We had many other winnings withdrawn. The TWF Interland Body winnings, TWF 4-1 Reich winnings, the TWF Farseer winnings, TWF Pennsylvania, TWF Northfin, TWF North Hills Township winnings, TWF Penn Hills Township winnings, TWF McKeesport Stead winnings, TWF Duquesne Stead winnings. We had many winnings that were withdrawn over the years. Well, yes, I do understand, Kurt says. It's going to be sad to give up sad that the TWF Light Heavyweight winnings is no longer a thing anymore. But we want to take this time to think back at the TWF light heavyweight winnings, because it did have a lot of wrestlers. I mean, one of the owners of the Toy Wrestling Gathering, Xena, was the first one to win the TWF light heavyweight winnings. Even Shane Kamicki won it. Hell, many other folks won it. You know, it was the winnings that some folks in the past won. Hell, you know, we can think back to some good folks like Chris Jericho and Christian Cage, or Phineas Godwin, but he was Midian at that time. Who else also won, you know, over the years? I mean, a lot of folks won that over the years. I mean, well, aren't you leaving out some other cool folks that won it over the years? Like, oh yeah, Andre the Giant, Andre the Eiffel, he won it, and he wasn't even in the light heavyweight. And that was the thing. So, alright, so the TWF light heavyweight winnings is no longer a thing anymore. I'm sorry, but does that mean I still get to wrestle someone? Well, yeah, that means you're still going to be wrestling someone. You know, that means you're still going to be in the ring. You still got to wrestle someone. And since you're already here, oh yeah, and Kofi Kingston was a good light heavyweight fighter at one time, and so was Sin Cara. Don't forget him, whatever his name was. And yeah, we can stop talking about the TWF light heavyweight winnings like it even mattered. I mean, how many times did WWE withdraw the TWF light heavyweight winnings? 3 times they withdrew the strap. You know? Like, come on, 3 times they did. They had theirs, the first one they had, that they ended up buying, you know, or starting, the one from between 97 while the 2001 while, that started with Takamichi Nuku and ended with X-Pac. Oh no, because they unbonded that one and gave it to Jordan Della Madonna, and then he lost it to Santos Escobar in a riser match, so they withdrew that one for the 2th time. Then we can't forget about the WCW one, and then the WWE one from between 92 YL, and it was withdrawn at the end of between 93 YL, and ran from 1996 YL to 2007 YL. Then he brought back in 26 between YL, you know, and then they withdrew it in 2021 YL. So, yeah. Dolph, at least I won something in my time. At least I won something in my time. Yeah. Okay, Ric Flair says, since you're out here, Dolph, why don't we have James Kirk fight Dolph Ziggler here today on Impact? Show stealer, right? Ding. Well, looks like we're going to have to get the fight keeper in the ring. So, you know, this match can happen, Joey Styles says. Yes, the TWF light heavyweight winnings has been withdrawn. Will we ever see it again? Time will tell. And oh, wait a minute. Oh, and Dolph Ziggler just zigzagged it down James Kirk. Oh, I think I was cool for being light heavyweight fighter. And then Joey Styles says, shaming him for how he supposedly talked like in the first Star Trek sagas. You know, Joey Styles said a body slam. Yeah, Dolph Ziggler just irked that he never won the TWF light heavyweight winnings when it was a thing, Jonathan Coachman says. And that's why he came out to do that. Aiden English said a lot of men and women won the TWF light heavyweight winnings over the years. and a lot of them, some were even light heavyweights. And Dolph Ziggler never wanted to win that strap just to show his, didn't have to win that strap. And, Aiden English says, another body slam. Well, Joey Styles said if he didn't care about never winning the TWF light heavyweight winnings, then why did he come out here and start shit with James Kirk? Joey Styles said, an overkick. Here it comes now. The zigzag. James Kirk just gave Dolph Ziggler one of his own holds. The zigzag, Joey Styles says. Because he's a creep, Jonathan Coachman says. And if no one's talking about him, then he can't handle it. But then again, you got to keep in mind that even when folks are talking about him, he can't handle it. Jonathan Coachman says he wasn't on the show. He wanted to start shit with someone. That's all. What do you know, Jonathan and Joey? And all I do see is James Kirk right now from Star Trek, at least from the first three followings, of the first three followings of the show when it first started years ago. I see right now that he just doing every hold that Dolph Ziggler did to him, the zigzag, the overkick, and somehow everybody onlooks him, Aiden English says. Well, a lot of folks onlook James Kirk for many grounds taken why. Some onlook him for his leadership, others look for him for his boldness. And, Dolph Ziggler just rolled him up. Dolph Ziggler just slammed him with the zigzag. And sadly, this match is over, Joey Styles says. That's what it looks like, Jonathan Coachman said. This match is over. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, Dolph Ziggler. And now Dolph Ziggler, beat Leadman James Kirk here today on Impact or Hit. And shamed the former TWF light heavyweight fighter, Joey Styles says, and last TWF light heavyweight fighter. Well, I would like to hear Dolph Ziggler's forgiveness, Joey Styles says, for why he did what he did. For why he fought, get out of the way. For why he thought he had to do, what he did. Joey Styles says, well, Jonathan Coachman said, we may never truly know why he did what he did. And what forgiveness he comes up with is never going to be good. Well, because he's a show stealer, he's a creep, he's a bully, he's a heel. I guess those are all the forgivenesses he'll get, Aiden English says. And I think that those forgivenesses, are good ones. Aiden English says, yeah, your belief. Joey Styles says, all right, take it away, Renee Young. Thank you, Joey Styles and Jonathan Coachman. I'm going to be talking with Captain James Kirk, Leadman James Kirk, here today on Impact or Hit, since he is the last TWF light heavyweight fighter. All right, James Kirk, I understand you can't stand up. Someone give him a stand. Do this again, I'll stand up. Stand up! Alright, James Kirk, I understand that you are the last TWF light heavyweight fighter, and Dolph Ziggler shamed you. Why do you think he did that for? I do not know why he did that, Renee Young. And I'm the last TWF light heavyweight fighter. And we were going to give our onlook to the withdrawal strap. Alright? And then Dolph Ziggler comes out and shames us and say, why should anyone care about the TWF light heavyweight winnings being withdrawn, and then brings up how many times WWE, WWF, WWE withdrawal theirs. And then calls himself the show stealer. Well, he may have beat me, but I'm still standing. And so if Dolph Ziggler wants to start something with me, well, I will end it. But I don't have anything against Dolph Ziggler or Nick Ambus or whatever you want to call him. Alright? But he started something with me. And I don't know why. Well, do you think that Dolph Ziggler will prolong anything with you? Or do you think you'll take care of Dolph Ziggler? Well, I've been through a lot of things over my time. I fought many folks in all the Star Trek sagas there were that I was in. Alright? So at the end of the day, I can understand, so I can deal with someone like Dolph Ziggler. Now, Dolph Ziggler likes to call himself the show stealer. Well, yeah, he may have won a match, but I think his stand, his mindset, and his behavior, he's not going to get any onlook from anyone for doing any of those things. Well, do you think that one day you might win another strap in a TWF? Well, I mean, I am a former TWF tag team fighter with Captain Marvel, or Lead Woman Marvel, or Lead Woman Glass, so I guess anything's likely. But I don't know when I'm going to win another strap or not. Alright, that's my talk with James Kurt. Back to you, Joey Styles and Renee Young. Back to you, Joey Styles and Jonathan Coachman. Thank you, Renee Young, for talking with James Kurt here today on Impact or Hit. And that's all the time we got here for Impact or Hit. I, Joey Styles, with Jonathan Coachman and Aiden English. We hope you like Impact or Hit. And we'll see you tomorrow for Friday Night SmackDown.